The last time I ran 100 miles, I didn't make it. I tapped out at mile 62. Not because I was injured, not because I couldn't keep going, simply because I didn't. Now that DNF didn't end with that race. It followed me on every long run, every hill, every quiet moment where I asked myself if I was the kind of person who finished what he starts. Today, I get to answer that question. Now, this isn't the same race, but it is the same distance. However, I'm not the same runner. Now, this episode is different too. No interviews, no jokes, no distractions, just the truth before, during, and after chasing down redemption on foot. This one's for the flock. Cue that intro music.
Who says you need to fly to reach the top? Keep beating your block till your feet are hot. Get your head out the sand, join the flock. It's okay to run scared, we enjoy it a lot.
Welcome back to the Ostrich Running Podcast. I'm your host, Nick Meraz, and Jarrett the Juice Horton is on his way up here to the beautiful Big Bear, California, where we are about to embark on UTMB's Kodiak 100-mile race. This is it. This is 9 months of preparation to have a redemption story that I hope I can look back on and smile and be happy for all the hard work that has been put in to get to this point. Now, during this time, I finished my master's degree, had endless sports practices and games, what felt like endless training runs, strength training days, running this brand, starting this brand, doing a lot of this stuff on my own, all to get to this point. And this episode is going to be, like I said, something a little different. It's going to be the pre-race portion to kind of get an idea of where my headspace is, what I am feeling before I embark on this journey. We're going to have a nice little treat because in the middle of this episode, my pacer, Cody Novini, is actually going to join me with some audio, and we're going to get some audio and dialogue and mini interview portion actually on the course. Plan on meeting him about mile 66 around 4 in the morning, and we'll see what it's like being in the middle of a 100-mile race. And we're going to end this with a post-race recap with your favorite, Jarrett the Juice Horton. Now, I'm hoping that end of the race recap is with successful completion of this race. But let's start now. This is pre-race. Where am I at right now? What's my headspace? And what's the real reason why I'm doing this? For quite some time, I've lived my life feeling like I didn't complete what I started. And when I say complete what I started, I mean to the level of the expectations that I held. I always had kind of a chip on my shoulder for not feeling like I was going to complete something that I had set out to do, whether that be film, music, a countless number of hobbies or ventures that I went down. It wasn't until I found running and I set a goal of completing a marathon and hitting that goal. And it felt really good. It felt like something inside me had been awakened and that I could actually finish what I started. But during that time, I was doing a lot of my own research, and lo and behold, these ultramarathons came creeping into my mind. And it blew my mind watching these people run these 100-mile races, and I just wondered, how was it that they were able to do this? I was dead after a marathon, but I told myself, I'm going to run 100 miles, and that goal has been on my plate for about 4 years now. I've had countless DNFs at 50-mile races, one main DNF at Javelina 100 last year, and that has led to this redemption race. can I set out and complete a goal that I've set my mind to finishing? And it's tough. It's tough to have that DNF, to put a lot of work into it and not come out on the other end successful. Now, here I am, 9 months of grueling work to get to this point. I am very grateful that my body is healthy, no major injuries during the training block. I get to start this race not sick for the first time, and it's kind of weird to be in this space where I'm not nursing something or, coming from a spot that's a little injured or a little broken. I feel like I am doing this race because I want to prove to myself that I can finish that big goal that I set out for myself. Now, what did that DNF take from me? It took a lot because I had prepped on my own to that stage from what I felt like was a pretty good run. But it made me doubt myself for a little bit. It made me doubt myself to wonder if I could actually do this 100-mile distance. So I decided I need to keep going. I need to finish this. As I continue to talk to all these individuals on this show, on this podcast, their stories of inspiration, grit, overcoming odds and challenges, it showed me that we are capable as humans to be able to push ourselves through and beyond what we expect ourselves to be capable of. So it didn't really take from me. Rather, it lit a fire under my belt that I knew I was going to be capable, and I need to be able to push through whatever it is. Now, this race isn't going to be easy, but that's not why we signed up for this. I don't expect this to be, a walk in the park because my training was so well. No, it's going to get hard at some point. It's going to get painful. It's going to get dark, but that's why we sign up for these things. And I think that's kind of the part that still haunts me from that DNF, was the portion where it got really hard and my body didn't want to go anymore, and I stopped. Yeah, I keep telling myself that it was probably for the smart decision, or a smart decision to stop and not injure myself anymore, but it still haunted me. So this race, regardless of what happens out there, I will not stop. I will not throw in the towel until they pull me off that course. I feel like this race specifically is what I've been waiting for. I can't wait to just see if I have in me what it takes to go 100 miles. And I think I want to prove this not just to myself, but to all my supporters out there. Everybody who supported the brand since day one, all of the messages, all of the posts, everybody that has words of encouragement, I feel you on my shoulders rooting for me. And each mile that I push through, that will be on my mind. Now, in the more immediate sense, when I talk about the support, I talk about my family. I am very grateful that I have a family who supports me, my wife, who can come to these races, help me crew and get through this, because without her, it would not be possible. I want to do this race for my kids. I want to set the standard of hard things so high that nothing seems out of reach for them as they're older. I want them to understand that we are all capable of doing something greater than ourselves or beyond what we thought we were capable of doing, because I want them to set those goals for themselves and to finish it. So what does success look like for me? Success to me is putting yourself in a situation where you can doubt yourself as far as your capabilities. Most of us seek comfort. Most of us seek to win And I think it's good. It's good to be able to win, to complete your goals. But I also think that everybody should try something that they have doubt in themselves that they could finish, and go out and try it and keep going and keep trying until that doubt is erased and replaced with, oh, wow, I'm confident that I can. So the doubt should eventually turn into confidence and affirmation that you are capable of hard things. I think that is the definition of success. So what scares me the most about this race? I talked to several people about it. It's not really the distance. It's not really the race itself. It's not really any doubt of, did I train well enough? Am I ready? I feel ready. I think I have these nerves of what is going to happen. It feels like I'm going to step into a ring in the octagon of the UFC, and I'm going to get beat up no matter what. But the uncertainty of how bad I'm going to get beat up, the unknown of it, is a little nerve-wracking. I'm hoping that I can, keep the abuse and the pain to at least what a minimum would be of what you would expect for a 100-mile race. It's going to hurt, but we roll with it. And at this point, not too many doubts. I feel good. I feel calm. I feel ready. But who am I carrying out there with me? Well, one, like I mentioned before, it's all of my supporters, everybody out there. It feels good to have that support, and I want to make them proud. My coach, Melissa, all of the supporters of Ostrich Running and Ostrich Running Podcast. I want you all to be on this journey with me, and I think about all of the people I've interviewed and their stories. My family, my kids. I think it's important to have all these people as motivators, but I also think it's important to carry yourself and be selfish in some of these aspects, right? I am going to carry myself out there. I am going to carry that young Nick, that immature Nick who had doubt, who had, not so much confidence in himself to be able to finish hard things. I'm going to carry that Nick out there with me, and he's going to run through, and I'm hoping that he can see what he's capable of. That young, immature Nick from the past grows into the man, the person that is out on the other side. Now, what part of my training felt like a turning point? I think the 50K that I did for O'Neill Park was a big turning point. I cruised out during the middle of that race and really dropped the hammer on the second half. And coming out with a 5 hour and 23 minute time blew my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, you have something in you that can actually run pretty well. And I think that was the start of the imposter syndrome kind of feeling like it was being chiseled away from. And I started to have confidence in my ability to run. The second biggest turning point was the last couple months of this training block, driving back up here to San Bernardino and Big Bear Mountain area and doing some training runs. Specifically, there was a run at San G Mountain out here that I thought was going to only take me 3 hours, and it ended up taking me 5 hours and change. And I was cursing myself the entire time. I was cursing the world. I was cursing the mountains. Like, should not have happened. This is terrible. This is the worst run ever. But after that completion of that, I realized that it was a very important run because I was going through probably what I'm going to experience out here in this race. As long as you keep moving, eventually the end will come. The end will be near, and you will be able to finish that race. And it helped me get this mental battle fought and won early. And I think that's a huge part of these races. In turn, that has pretty much allowed myself to trust me as a person more in my capabilities. We're going to go out there. We know the plan. We know what's at stake. We know what I need to do. where I need to do it. Most importantly, I think I'm just going to go out there and enjoy the suffering and really take in this experience all together. Now, I want to thank everybody again for all of their support, all of their words of encouragement. And I want you to know that no matter what happens, you have all carried me so far in this race. And I am excited to represent you all as supporters of this brand. And I'm excited to go suffer in this. I'm excited to have my family out there supporting me through this. Yeah, I think I'm ready. For the time being, that's all for now. This next segment should be 66 miles in, and we'll see how much of what I'm saying is true and not true, and what it looks like to be mentally and physically in the middle of a 100-mile race. Cheers to you all. Thank you again. And I'll see you in 12 hours or so.
Welcome back to the Ostrich Running Podcast. I'm your co-host, Cody Novini, filling in for Jarrett Horton. Here with me is your real host, Nick Meraz. We're coming to you from 69 miles into the Kodiak 100 Big Bear race here in Southern California. How you doing, Nick?
Well, Cody, the race has officially begun.
Why is that, Nick?
You know, I knew at mile 66 when we did this Sugarloaf climb, that was going to be the real test. Everything is hurting. There was a point where I couldn't run anymore. It's everything that you sign up for when you do an ultra, and we're in it right now. But I'm very grateful that I have you to bring me out of that first lonely 66-mile run that I had on my own. It's nice to have a pacer.
Nice to be here with you, buddy.
I'm very grateful for that.
So far, what's something that you're really glad, like really proud of yourself for how you prepared with?
I think all of these training runs have really helped the climbs. Feels, pretty decent. I mean, we're moving all right for being 70 miles in, and this is the biggest climb of the entire race. I think I'm very proud that first 50 miles went well. The last 51 to 66 was very tough.
Why is that?
I wanted to fall asleep. I wanted to just pull off to the side and lay down and just take a 30-minute nap. But I just kept telling myself not to. Just keep moving forward. You'll get to sleep at the end.
So were there two voices in your head there?
Yeah, for sure. One saying, just take this nap. Just take a little nap. It'll be fine. You can get 30 minutes. They can wait. I said, nope, just keep moving forward. To mile 66. And I think I was about an hour behind schedule, right?
Yeah.
So that would have easily been 2 hours.
Yeah.
For this next half. And now we're just grinding away, mile at a time. Ooh, my leg hurts.
What's something that you didn't prepare for that kind of surprised you?
Probably this leg injury. I've had such a good training block that I haven't really had to run on anything hurt. So this is definitely a test. Whatever time we're gonna finish is when we'll finish, but we ain't stopping.
What's going through your head when you say that statement of like what could be something you'd have to push through?
I'd have to push through impatience. That's gonna be something that'll be tough.
Is there a little bit of pride maybe wrapped up in that?
No, it's just I'm a very impatient person.
So would you say this is an opportunity to work on that today?
Oh, I'm working on it right now. I'm in the patience.
So what's something that's hit you hard that you wish you could have prepared for a little different?
Probably could have gotten a little better at my aid station preparation, setting my wife up for success.
Like the gear bags and maybe like a plan at each spot?
Which we had the bags, we had everything in there, but I think kind of doing a dry run, you know, would have been good.
You know, that's one thing we don't necessarily consider is like our crew, they don't sleep much at all.
No.
So here they are, you know, they're gonna be pretty tired.
Yeah.
And, you know, trying to process things with Sally even.
Yeah.
She was
Tired.
She was pretty tired.
Yeah.
And so like, as I'm talking to her about things, I just started texting her things.
Yeah.
So that once I'm gone, she doesn't have to try to remember what I was saying.
Yeah.
And it kind of comes down to business.
Yep.
It's like those SOPs. Like a lot of us as business owners, entrepreneurs, leaders, we tell everybody what they need to do one time, and then we yell at them or write them up when they need to do it, when we need to tell them a second time. But a lot of leaders don't necessarily build the SOPs to put in place to for their team to remember what they're supposed to do. It's easy for us, the leaders, we know what to do. We've been doing it for years, and now we're trying to delegate that off to others. And it's almost like we expect them to just know what's in our brains and just remember it as well as we do.
Yeah.
But those SOPs are just...
Right here.
Huh?
Right here. I gotta pull off.
Okay, here, shade. There's a shaded one.
Just gonna do this.
What's it doing?
It's locking up.
Which one? Left?
Left.
What are you gonna do?
Just stretch it out real quick.
Nick, you're at almost 70 miles. This is the longest you've ever ran.
Yeah.
But to be clear and fair,
You've gone further.
I've ran further. So I'm still the king.
Let's go take the crown. Well, that's a little look that I wanted to do inside this race. But we're gonna have a recap post-race. Oh my gosh, I'm farting.
Oh, that's good. You want to be farting. All right, Nick, we're at the top of the big Sugarloaf Mountain. How are you feeling?
Was tough.
Yeah,
Thank you
proud of you,
for
bro.
pushing me up here. For real. That was hard. Now let's go finish this race.
Yeah, dude. Nick, how you feeling?
I am feeling... What was it that I say?
There's one word I'm looking for, starts with an O.
Outstanding.
Outstanding. Good, dude. Proud of
I'm
you.
like, what does it start with again?
Talk to me. What's
Just
in your
the
mind?
pain cave.
What?
In the pain cave. Oh, Lord.
All right, Nick, we're officially tied for longest ultramarathon runner.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
What are we at, 73?
We're tied, so I can either carry you the rest of the way and we stay tied, or you can beat me.
I'm gonna beat you.
And we put on the crown on you.
I'm gonna beat you.
How many are you gonna make?
100.
I didn't hear you. How many are you gonna make?
100.
How you feeling?
Outstanding.
I'm gonna tell you something about me, Nick. Not many people know.
What is it?
I don't get tired.
How do you not get tired, Cody?
It's a choice, bro.
Yeah.
Try it out, bro.
I'm not tired. I know that.
Say I'm Nick and I don't get tired.
I'm Nick. I don't get tired. I'm actually really not tired.
Good.
I could run 200, but I will give it a voice. My ankle is jacked.
All right, Nick. We summited to the Sugarloaf Mountain, the biggest, highest elevation in the 100-mile run. Flew down. How you feeling right now, bro?
kind of a second wind. I'm glad you've been forcing me to eat. Locked in, kind of trying to separate my mind from my body right now and just flow.
What's it mean to you how much your family stood by you through this entire training you've been doing for years?
It means everything. It's not easy to have me gone multiple days, always training long runs. I try to make sure that I'm the best part of myself to still support the family, but nothing compares to that.
We talk about tired dads when they show up after work and all they want to do is sit on the couch, drink a beer. What does it mean to you to be able to be doing the training you've been doing and still showing up as a dad that you've been showing up?
You know, I'm not perfect. Always room for improvement. I do have to, make sure that motivation, but there's a lot of space that I need to give, show the affection and the love. And I think that's important.
Any advice for the dudes that are struggling, that are used to habitually getting home and just being too tired for their kids?
You're not too tired for your kids. You're just used to that routine. So get in a different routine.
That's good, dude. So you're saying it's habits.
It's habits,
It's bad
baby.
habits that people have settled into.
Yeah.
And they want to be scared of change.
Yeah, much like this, right? You got to push your limits, man. There's so many other dads out there who are probably working construction, physically demanding jobs, and still come home, take care of the kids, play with their kids. And
Yep.
probably not once do you hear them say, "Oh, I'm tired, I need a beer." The coolest thing that I've seen out here is that lady who gave us the Aleve.
Yeah.
3 in the morning when I saw her, saying, "I didn't want to come back out here. I wanted to quit. My stomach's all jacked up. I don't want to be here." But I just decided to just go out. And what mileage did we see her at? Ahead of us.
70. For us was 70 something, low 70s.
There's so much grit out here on this course, man. Doing things that are damn near impossible. Probably the best thing you could do for yourself.
Why?
Get to see who you are in the moment when you're not comfortable. It's so easy for us to be like water and find the path of least resistance, but to defy gravity and physics and flow upstream is something that's definitely possible. You just never know what's in you, man. There were some moments in here, I mean, up until minutes ago, dude, like, I know I'm gonna finish this thing, but damn, my body hurts.
Yeah.
And
I saw it. I saw the pain in you, bro.
yeah, but when you have good people around you who can motivate you, hold you accountable.
So would you say a lot of people just settle? They settle into their habits and what the people around them are doing?
They find friends that tell them what they want to hear, who support their bad habits. They don't have friends who are out there questioning why, challenging to respond, positive criticism, because nobody wants a friend like that, right?
Yep.
Well, those are the best friends. Somebody who can push you when you're down and out.
So back to what you were saying about people that are just stuck in that area and they need to come out here to get to know themselves. Would you say that people think that they can't do something like this, so they don't, but if they have the courage to face something like this. Even if they DNF at a far distance,
Have the courage to fail.
Have the courage to fail. I like that. But in the process, they'll learn a lot about themselves.
Yeah, and you'll learn if you want to come back out and get redemption.
I think for me, having been through my ultra and multiple Ironmans, was I realized there's a whole world beyond the world I was living in.
Yeah.
And once I was able to break through that was when I realized anything is possible. Yeah, just being able to completely separate from what I had previously learned in life. And a lot of that came to me after becoming a Christian.
Yeah.
And then deciding, actually having God push me to go break through some crazy things. And like when you invited me to this, and you're like, hey, I need you for 13 miles, just the last 13. And then last week you're like, hey, I need you for 34 miles, just the last 34. And being able to just say yes.
Yeah.
You know, no hesitation, no fear, just yes. All right, cool, send it.
Let's go.
And like, you know, being able to do that in life, once I was able to learn that that's not really that huge.
Yeah.
Everybody builds it up to be worse than it actually is.
Yeah.
And nothing can stop us, dude.
Nope. I should have brought you in earlier, but I needed to suffer.
Yeah.
You know, I needed to do that 66 on my own. I just needed it, you know?
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
What's up?
Come here, give me a hug. Oh, man.
Okay?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Good.
Been good?
Mhm.
Love you. I love you.
You're almost there.
Almost.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I love you too, bro. You got this, dude. This is you. Go get your win. Get your win, okay?
Meraz of Mission Viejo, my hometown, 100-mile finisher. Congratulations, Meraz.
Well, we're back from the race. You did it. Across the line this time. I imagined it for a year. Every run, every early morning, every voice in my head telling me, are you able to do this? You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this. And when it finally happened, it wasn't really joy that hit me at first. It was relief. I didn't outrun failure. I learned from it. The man who quit at mile 62 died out there. He evolved. This was redemption. Not because I finished, but because I didn't stop when it got ugly. And it got ugly. Boy, did it get ugly. You know, that was your first experience at an ultra.
Yeah, the juice was there. The juice came out to see this.
What did you take away from that? Going out there and seeing everybody out there at the start line and finish line and everything in between. Tell me the juice's experience through this ultra event.
First, can we just say why I'm not so excited for you today?
First off, I'd like to dedicate this episode to my dog, Izzy.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful little soul of a dog. Passed away last night.
I was planning on being super excited for that.
It's a tough day for both of us. Anybody who has met Izzy knows she has a special light about her.
The coolest dog ever.
And
It's like really like the dog from the Caesar.
Yeah, for sure.
Like really, she embodied all of that. Like the most comments.
Yeah, she's just a beautiful little soul. The beautiful thing about it
is she got to make this trip up there with us, and you will see her, or you have seen her if you're watching on YouTube. She's right there next to me, just chilling in that intro monologue. So this episode is for you, Izzy. That race, I'm so glad you got to see it happen and be there with us. So we may be a little somber, but we are getting it done. There's still a lot of raw emotion out there, and the show goes on, right? We've got to keep doing this for her and always thinking about her. Love you, Izzy.
Yeah, I love you, Izzy.
It's a day. It's a day of emotional roller coaster, much like these races are. They are.
Yeah, I want to be so excited because, I mean, you ran 100 miles against a whole year of me telling you don't do this. Against, I said, why are you doing this? The obstacles that you had to go through, like watching, it was one of the best things I've seen. Like, I'll never forget this.
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, it's probably a little coffee. It was from you sitting there seeing this journey of the failure, right?
Yeah. I wasn't there for the failure, but I was there for this. I drove up there the day of, and it was a roller coaster, even for me.
Because you just got there.
When I just got there, I thought I had 10 more minutes to drop off my stuff, and Nick is telling me, no, we have no time. We're going straight to the start line right now. And I really don't know what to expect at all. I know all these guys are a little crazy, but I jump in the car with you.
Yep.
Really quick. We head over to the start line, and it's just a quiet, eerie feeling.
There is a calm before the storm.
There's a calm. Like the family members, everybody was just like,
everybody's sitting at their cars, right? You're all waiting. You see the kids running around. Everybody kind of has this like look on their face, like it's about to go down.
Yeah, it's about to go down. Like a whole year of training, it's about to go into this.
Yeah, it's exactly what I told you when you asked me several times how I feel, and I felt like, and I told you I felt like I'm about to jump into a ring.
Yeah, you were saying that like a whole week ahead of time. And now I actually understand.
You saw everybody had that same feeling, right?
Yeah.
It's like we're all look like, oh, we're about to go to battle. Everybody has their own battle that they're fighting, right? And it's like you're battling the 100 miles, you're battling your mind, you're battling your body, you're battling the course. Some people are battling time, some people are battling, a history of everything. There's so much emotion, and that's what's crazy about something of that distance, right? When you get a group of people together, you feel that energy.
Yeah.
Like the universe is like giving you this energy, and it's like palpable.
Right.
The start line, everybody's just, okay, here we go. And, you hear the national anthem, and that was a beautiful national anthem.
Yeah, I heard it. No, that was really good.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that girl killed.
I was in the forest flying the drone at the
time. And then it starts. And from that point, it's like a whirlwind. And you guys have it tough, right? And this is what we talk about. Even you've heard portions of it on the interview portion with me and Cody.
Well, before we get too much into the start, can you tell me why do people warm up for this? Like, to me, you have plenty
when
of time.
They were running?
Yeah, it's like you're running back and forth. And then I'm like,
maybe those
because I saw a whole different angle.
Were those elites?
No.
I don't know.
No.
It's just normal people.
Yeah, you can tell. Some of those people, I don't think were elites. But you're like, it's just getting the nerves out, or
maybe I see that at marathons. I see that at other ultra events, like shorter ultra events. To me, I don't do it personally.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, exactly what you're thinking. I have plenty of time to warm up.
Like, just walk out the first hour.
Yeah, if you want to, right? Let's go ahead. Could you imagine? That'd be so funny to just
I would
walk every start line.
Yeah,
this huge major, and you're just like
slowly, gradually go into it. You have 36 hours.
High-fiving everybody, asking them their story. How you doing? What do you guys do? Like, you have a race to
I'm sure that's an advantage too, because I don't want to hurt myself in the beginning. Like, you're trying to avoid people on the rock.
Oh, dude, and the traffic jams
Right.
are crazy.
Right.
And people are just trying to get position and go. But like, you know, when I went out there, I cruised. When the traffic jam hit, I let it just, you know, hit, and I walked and, you know, passed a little bit here and there. Yeah, I went a little bit quick, but
you were moving in the beginning. What I
moving.
saw. Yeah.
I was moving. But like I felt good and I was just chilling. But yeah, so I mean that for you, the start line was just something.
It was just
you
an
know.
eerie feeling. Yeah. You're out in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough, man. It's tough because I leave you guys and you're just so locked in, but like you see how much the crew goes through.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. We'll get more into that later.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so where do we want to start out here? Do you want to start with any of these questions? I'll let you. This is your portion. You know, I know you really want it. There's a lot you want to ask. And, you know, I think it was.
Well, how did you feel the night before? Like,
dude, I slept.
Because you went there, you guys went there the day before.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You actually slept well? Because I don't know if I would have been able to sleep.
I normally never sleep well before a race. And I'm used to waking up at 3 a.m. for a lot of these races, right, because it's an early start, right? So this would
have made 10 times more sense.
Yeah. Right. This started at 1 p.m. So, you know, I kind of struggled to go to sleep, but maybe it was the fact that I knew it started at 1. I was like, you know what? I'm not setting an alarm. I'm just going to go to sleep. And I woke up probably at like maybe 3 a.m. And then I looked and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back to sleep. And then woke up at like 6:30 and I felt refreshed. And, you know, it was just stress-free.
You went out there with your kids and your wife.
Yeah, went out there with my kids and my wife. And I felt stress-free. It was the night before was just ready to get it started.
Did your wife sleep? Because now, as being part of the team on this one, yeah, I see how much we all go very emotionally. Right?
Yeah. Like, and everybody following.
Right.
Thank you to everybody who followed, who texted, by the way. That was encouragement that I needed. Obviously, I didn't respond, but like seeing it come through, seeing everybody talk about it, like had a different drive for me, right? Like everybody's invested.
I see what you're talking about now, like going out and doing it on your own to make sure you finish. Because I couldn't, man. I was like, God.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I was like, there's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure, man.
Like you guys go up to the mountains, travel 2 hours.
Yeah.
Your family, everything that goes into it, all the packing that I didn't realize.
All the people watching. There's a group text message. Yeah. It's good pressure. It was
there's people here from all over the world.
Yeah. It was crazy. I mean, it's good pressure, but like I enjoyed it because it was like, you know, these people are, you know, supporting me. It would also added a sense of drive, right? Because I don't want to fail.
Right.
Anybody. Like I want to, aside from my own race, I wanted to make them proud as well. So that does help in a sense, like, because if nobody was watching it, right, really, like, you know, we talked about this, right? And maybe that answered that question on a 100-mile run, right? Like if nobody was watching really and nobody really cared, I probably would have been like, you know what, I'm pretty hurt. I'll just get out on the next one.
Yeah.
And like, I'll go back out.
I'll go out in a week and try this trail again.
But the growth that we're going to talk about doesn't happen.
Yeah, it is.
So the pressure to perform, the pressure to deliver for yourself and for others is a key part, right? I didn't want to fail my coach. I didn't want to fail my wife. I didn't want to fail my kids. I didn't want to fail my friends who were all watching. I didn't want to fail myself.
And you wanted to shut up the juice.
The juice was going to shut up that day. And I heard...
Did you hear the juice out there?
I heard from a birdie somewhere that there was a bet that if I cried at the end, you probably would have ran an ultramarathon. And had I known that that was the bet, I would have held on to my tears and bawled my eyes out on purpose.
I thought you were going to do it too. We'll get to the end.
Oh man, that's not to spoil, right? But yeah, it was It was crazy. It was wild. It was just everything that you expect. These things are intense, man.
They're intense.
They're intense.
And they made him start at like, what is it, 1 o'clock?
Yeah, 1 o'clock.
Which makes, when you look back at it, it just didn't make any sense. It doesn't. Why am I going to make you do this for 2 nights? Like if you were going,
well, if you think about it, it was kind of nice because you get the first night, right? You're fresh.
yeah,
Dude, I flew through that night.
yeah.
To me, I loved
Yeah, but
it.
you start at 1, so you've already been running for
Yeah.
6 hours, and then it's nighttime.
But then if you did it in the daytime, yeah, you would only have 1 night.
Yeah, you get through 1 night.
But it could still be, let's say it's 24.
Like the day
It could still
the
be
sun
a
comes up.
second night, but that would be like a major cutoff, right?
Yeah, you'll
It
be
was
coming in
22.
maybe right.
I mean, I was pretty slow after, everything that happened. And I think I would have only had 1 night. If the way my body was feeling, aside from the ankles, the way my body was feeling.
Well, let's get into that.
Yeah.
So let's break down the first
Okay.
1 through 25 miles. What is it like to run an ultra from your perspective?
Well, as you guys got a taste of the pain cave portion of it in the previous segment, right? Because I can break this all down, right?
I'll say this real quick. Some reason in my head, I know that you've been training going up hills and you train for the elevation, but I didn't get, until you're out there, you don't understand how many they don't clear the road from big rocks. There's just these huge rock
Boulders.
I did not run. I didn't do anything. And my knees hurt.
You can't play soccer today.
Yeah, I'm not playing soccer today. So,
Oh, man.
they're really in the elements. For people who haven't run an ultra or probably would never run an ultra
Or interested in
running an ultra.
running an ultra.
Yeah, it's really running an ultra.
Yeah,
it's really huge rocks. They don't
There's technical
the road.
terrain for sure.
right.
So starting out the first 20 miles,
25. Yeah, let's break it down
the
into
first
40.
25 miles was great. I was cruising. Those are the longest segments without an aid station. And I think it was quite some time. And I'm out there running and I ran into a lot of people who were already running out of water. And I'm out there giving people water, giving people,
Did you tell them to just quit?
No.
Hey, you got 75 miles left, and obviously you didn't prepare. If you don't have water,
Yeah, it's because it was a little hot. And I think it was a lot of these people from these different parts of the world where they're used to running in a little cooler conditions, maybe.
you're from Japan, and
something,
natural stream.
Yeah, something like that, right? Because I think it got up to about 80, which is significantly hot if you're not used to running in that weather.
Yeah.
You seeing me this past year eat a whole burrito and then go run in 90-something degree
Yeah,
weather.
we didn't even talk about what you had the day before, which is nuts. Nuts.
I don't think it's that nuts. I think it's very.
I guess
it's common.
I'm starting to learn that maybe it is common because, as we'll talk about later, I did see people actually delivering pizza.
No way.
I did. We saw somebody deliver pizzas. I don't know if that was just for the entourage.
Yeah,
They were bringing pizzas up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I had almost a whole Domino's pizza the night before.
Who does that?
I was just hungry, man. I didn't really eat that much that morning, so I started that race hungry. But back to the first segment, right?
Right.
People were dropping in that 80 degree and they were puking. And then other people were really struggling from the altitude sickness. And fortunately, my coach, being as smart as she is, the last month or so, I've been training up in that same elevation.
Right.
So I was able to pull directly from my experiences in those training runs where I felt the altitude affect me. So simply what I did was slow my pace, slow my heart rate, and just wait until I got used to running at that pace and my heart evened out. I'm like, okay, then that can step it up a little bit more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I never felt any altitude sickness that entire time from that.
Well,
And I was never really fully acclimated to altitude. But I think
Because I wouldn't have thought of that. I probably just would have been out here running 50s every day, like,
and then you
lower
get up there,
elevation. Why can't I breathe up here? I
Yeah.
trained for this.
yeah, and it was good. I see these people struggling, and I just kept chugging along, cruising, riding my own race. Felt great. So then we get to the next segment, which is 25 to 50, and that's
So no injuries yet, nothing.
yeah. This is going into the night, and still no injuries. I felt great. I was eating.
Are you doing this by yourself? Are you running next
Yeah,
to anyone?
I was just by myself the whole time. I'm just locked in.
Just locked. And what are you listening to? Like, what's
So for part of it, I was finishing up an audiobook, Project Hail Mary. I love, and this is the second time I've listened to that book. And I love it. So I was just kind of locked in, but it wasn't really like feeding me at that point. And then I think for some time I turned off my music altogether, or the audiobook altogether. And I was just listening to the sound of the, emptiness, and just kind of your feet hitting the ground, looking around. And then,
you had to help some people and give them water, you tell you.
yeah, in that first section here, I was just so locked in, and I was just passing everybody, and I was cruising along, and I felt great. And I knew that the night was here. I probably, reviewing some of the stuff you guys sent me, I felt better than I looked. I felt better than,
And you'll see if when you watch this,
yeah,
I'm just looking at you a lot because I'm trying to look into like your soul. If you don't, none of you guys know Nick too much, but he's a person that doesn't complain that much, or doesn't look like maybe what's happening on the inside. So I'm just staring at you. Then we'll get to that when I finally saw you. What was the first inch? Like 30?
Yeah, that was 40. It was just before, like, I wasn't going to see you guys till like 3 a.m. or till the next day, basically.
Yeah.
I was going to see my wife. She was going to come out at like 3 a.m. But this was
10, 11 ish.
It was 9 o'clock. I was ahead of schedule at this point.
Yeah.
I was like, what, almost an hour ahead of schedule?
Okay, we'll get to that. But what mile is that? Like 30-ish?
That's mile 30-ish.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like this is still in that second segment, right? I was just cruising, and I beat you guys there, and I was kind of looking around like, let me just get my own stuff together. But I was kind of confused. I could feel that, like, there was a lot going on. I was like, do I wait for them here? I don't want to leave them. I was like, I don't want to make you guys feel bad for missing me.
Right.
So I did like slow everything down. I could feel my butt getting raw.
Yeah.
And I was eating well. So I just kind of slowed it down, and then I saw you guys come off the bus, and then we went into it, and the kids were all around and stuff.
I can talk about it from this
Your
point a
perspective.
little bit, my perspective. So what it's like being part of the crew. Going out there at night, all I can say is it's like D-Day. So you go to the middle of nowhere. It's completely dark. And Nick's wife is like, it's time to go. We have to go meet Nick. Do you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, I think the kids should see this. Because my job primarily was to watch the kids
Uncle Jared.
as she has to go out and help you with whatever you need on all of these pit stops.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm like, no, the kids should obviously see this. We should all go. So we go out to the back to where we started from to catch these buses. But I'm wondering, why is it so quiet? No one, all the crew people look like, like they know something that I don't know.
Yeah.
So then we all huddle on this bus. And like I'm saying, it's like D-Day.
You compared it to, them about to storm the beaches at Normandy.
Yeah, well, you get on there and everyone's quiet except for Nick's kid. And Winston, I think, knows, this is Nick's son, that Jared can sense something's not right, or it's just too quiet. So he takes some little rock that he has and starts banging on the side of the
Window.
not the window, just on the bottom of the bus
door.
And it's completely dark. Like I thought this would be, it's very organized and everything, but it's completely, like you think,
Organized
let's see it
chaos.
ice.
Yeah.
Like you would think like, oh, there's a lot of money that goes into this. There's tons of no, there's no lights at all. It is completely dark, and you're going through these hills. Everybody can sense something's about to happen. There's a knock. Maybe a baby in the back cries or something. I'm like, Winston, stop doing that. Look out the window. Look, and he's just like, no, Uncle Jerry, no, think knock. But it's slow, and he's speeding up as you're getting closer. And then you let out the bus. Like when you open the door of the bus, I saw it as something different. Obviously, this was not the case from like Nick's perspective, but I hear screaming. I hear, I need this, medic, what's going on? You just see little lights all over the place. And then we have some clips.
Yeah.
And medic, I need this. I need noodle. Number 342. 342. It's exactly like you open, yeah. And then you see kids scattering. Where's Nick? I'm over here. I need lotion. I need this. So it was.
I will interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
There is one thing that the juice put together beautifully, and it is a black and yellow colorway of a hat.
I was like,
I'm wearing the juice hat. And out of the sea of people, I see this specific colorway. And I see the rest of my family, and I knew right away, there's the juice.
Why is there just a float?
Why is there a floating yellow rim?
That's an ostrich running.
I was like, yeah, I could see right away. That's an ostrich running hat. I was like, there they are.
We should have asked about that.
So, it was perfect colorway choice for
I was like, oh, this is my perfect chance to wear my juice hat. This was the point of running at night.
Any ostrich running colorway hat, you can point out your crew at any aid station. I guarantee you.
The white one would have been good too.
Oh man, yeah, it was all good. It was so good. So yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but yes, you land in D-Day, the beaches of Normandy. It's complete chaos.
Hopefully you'll throw a clip in here of just what it looked like.
Yeah,
I'm over exaggerating the screaming and this at this aid station, but it looked like just chaos. And you just open up. It's like you go through the middle of these hills, and then all these runners, and then it's like.
I wonder if I have it. Do I even have it here? But yeah, it was.
I sent it to you.
Yeah,
it was one of the clips. I took a lot of video.
Yeah,
and if you see, you're not going to see my face in any of those, but I'm just in complete shock. Complete shock.
Yeah, I do have it.
But Nick looked good.
Yeah, I felt good, man. I was just, well, let's see here. And we're watching the madness of the aid.
Yeah, what is that bell?
That's just like the cowbell that helps. It helps people
cowbell's going on.
Yeah, just get amped up, and then you're out of there, right? And it is a whirlwind as a runner, right? Because you see all those people sitting down, right? And that's the one thing I didn't want to do this entire race, right? As per my coach, like when you see a chair, don't sit down.
Yeah.
Do not sit down. You just keep moving forward. I got to these aid stations, and that resonated through my mind. Do not sit down.
Because my body would lock up.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, yeah, I spent too much time at some of these aid stations because we were still in a daze, right? Because it is overwhelming. And especially when you're in it, your
family's there.
Yeah, the family's there. I got to scold my son, to chill out. So you a little parenting in there, a little bit of getting ready what you need. I was just ahead of schedule, and then, I started running again. And I think from that point, I wasn't going to see my wife till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And
temperature dropped. Yeah. I'm freezing.
Everything I was wearing, I felt hot. So that's the other thing is if you strip down, you're going to be cold.
Right.
If you don't, or if you have it, you're going to be hot.
Stop moving, you're going to get cold.
Yeah, you're going to get cold. So I brought enough change of clothes to, know that I was going to sweat through my long gear. Because I do get cold when I run at night. That is one thing. And that slows my pace down significantly. So I just wanted to make sure that I kept covered up, get to the next aid station. And I told my wife, I was like, you don't have to show up. It's okay. I have a drop bag here. Well, she ended up being there anyway. And that was huge because it was nice to see her and just to get one more section in.
I have so many more questions. So at the first one you ate.
Okay. So I hate to interrupt here. I know things are getting good. We're going to have to split this into 2 different parts. And you're going to have to just tune in the next week to get the second half of the redemption race, Kodiak 100. So with that being said,
This first episode is brought to you by
Ostrich salt. It fueled me through 34 hours without having any issues with my gut or being able to drink it. But you to go to ostrichrunning.com. Please help support us. That is this.
He interrupted my other sponsors, but we'll leave those out.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't want I don't want him to get paid.
I didn't even.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this episode a little short, and join us next week while we get the other one going. That being said, cue that outro music.
Bitch. Who says you need to fly to reach the top? Keep beating your block till your feet are hot. Get your head out the sand, join the flock. It's okay to run scared, we enjoy it a lot. I'm an odd kid, like an ostrich. I got a pod, kids. Here's a topic: blaze your own trail, don't be cautious. 2 birds, 1 stone's how I rock it. Can't make an omelet without breaking a shell, but they say grew up, now I'm raising hell. Haters gonna hate, yeah, they praying you fail. So put in the work, whether pavement or trail. The grades fell down, but they got to the feet. Run your own race, put this pod on repeat. Shake your tail feather, keep nodding your beaks. Ostrich gang, or you're not my peeps. Who says you need to fly to reach the top?